All right, good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, today is another Saturday. Today we are going to be looking at the 2025 WAEC practicals titration. Now, looking at the question, it says A is a solution containing 6.3 grams per dm cube HNO3, that is triisonitrifide acid. B is a solution of 8.0 grams mixture of sodium triisocarbonate 4 and sodium triisonitrifide in 1000 centimeters cube. Now the instruction says titrate A against 20.0 cm or 25.0 cm cube portions of B using methyl orange as what? Indicator. Take note, the indicator is methyl orange. Repeat the titration 3 more times and record your results. Last week we did that of WAEC, and WAEC said repeat the titration to obtain what value? Concordant value. NECO did not say concordant, but of course we know the reason for repeating the titration is to obtain what? Concordant values. Now the question says from your results and the information provided, Roman figure 1, calculate the average volume of the acid used. Roman figure 2, is the pH of the following solution 7, greater than 7 or less than 7? Now look at the solution. Solution A before titration. This one is very simple. With your normal knowledge in acid, base, and salt, you should be able to know the pH values. Acid have pH less than 7.
Yes.
And base have pH greater than what? 7. Then at end point, after titration, the salt produces a neutral salt. A neutral salt has pH exactly 7. I believe you can answer this one. Now, Roman figure 3 says concentration of A in mole per dm cube. That is, calculate the concentration of A in mole per dm cube. Then number 4, calculate the concentration of sodium triisocarbonate 4 in moles per dm cube. 5, concentration of sodium triisocarbonate 4 in grams per dm cube. And 6, percentage of sodium triisocarbonate 4 in B. Now look at this. I like this question. Why it doesn't bring such thing? But NECO decided to bring it. And the question says, why did sodium triisonitrifide not take part in the reaction? Okay, we are just going to go straight to this is the table. We have to make a template for the table of observation, having your direct reading in cm cube, the final reading, the initial reading, and then the volume of acid used. Remember that the units are carefully placed, distinctly written in brackets. The acceptable bracket is this parenthesis and not something like this. Use a parenthesis to enclose your bracket and make sure that the values that are written in the bracket are not contained in the bracket. They should be well separated from the bracket. Now, since we have the option of using either 20 or 25 cm cube pipettes, we decided to use what? 25. Another center may want to use 20. It's not a problem. That's why you need to state the volume of pipette you use. However, any volume of pipette used will not change your value. Alright, let's begin with the titration. This is the acid. You can see the solution in the beaker A is the acid. And the solution in beaker B is the what? Base. Now we are going to fill in the burette with the acid. Because the instruction says, okay, the instruction should be put A into the burette. This is how we set them. They say put A into the burette. So whatever be the solution A, we go into the what? Burette. So since our acid is solution A, we put A into the burette. Make sure the burette is clipped before you pour in your acid. Carefully. Okay. Now the first thing I'm going to do here is to make sure that the acid fills in the jet, because this is still empty, right? So by putting the beaker for acid on it and then releasing it, so that the acid goes into the jet. Now I can now fill in the burette again to 0 mark. All right. Can fill into the 0 mark. Remember, after any point, you remove your funnel. Then let's carefully fill it into the 0 mark. Remember, it is the lower meniscus. And your eyes, to avoid parallax error, your eyes should be fixed directly to the 0 mark. Don't look from under and don't look from above. If by any means height is your challenge, the laboratory stool is not just for sitting. It can also be used to stand so that you'll be able to see very well what you are doing. So looking at this, I can see it is not exactly at the 0 mark, so I need to take it down a little. Yes, this is accurate. Now, my acid is set in the burette. The next thing I'll do is to get my base into the conical flask. When you look at the table of observation, how many times are we going to perform this practical? 4 times. You rub the first, second, and third. That's why I'm saying 4 conical flags here. So, of course, I've taught you how to pipette, right?
Yes.
Okay. You tap 2 times to make sure it is empty. Trying to separate the one that are filled with ones that are still empty so that I will not fill 2 times. What did you say? What did you say?
As I asked where you stop the
When it gets a bit above this ring, then you stop so I can be able to take it down to the ring. If you trust yourself so much, you can step up and put two drops each of the indicator into the already filled conical flask. If there's any one of you that trusts him or his herself, you can come and fill. Don't I have students that are confident enough? 2 drops each, 2 drops of the methyl orange each into the already filled conical flask. Somebody should come and do it. Even the lab prefects are afraid. The lab prefects are afraid. And those that intend to be pharmacists, medical doctors, that are going to be med lab scientists, all of you, you don't know you are going to be doing a lot of analysis in the lab. And this is part of it. Choice. Choice. Two drops. Apply little pressure, one at a time. Let it not drop on the body. Okay. Shoot it out a little inside there. Let it come close to the tip. There you can pour some methyl orange into the container. Even one drop will give you the result. All right, thank you. Okay, now I think we are done with that exercise. You can shake. What color do we have? What is the color of methyl orange in the base? Yellow, right? Now we can start with the first titration. This is raw. Now, like I told you last week, we don't assume anything. We don't assume anything. We don't know the volume of the acid that will neutralize the base. So what do? We take it drop by drop. Your eyes are not supposed to be here. The only time you come here is when you want to take your reading, after the neutralization has taken place. Now you take it drop by drop. After every drop you shake. And please make sure that the acid is not dropped on the body of the conical flask. It goes directly to the solution. And don't run it like a tap. If not, you will over titrate it. Is it appearing to change?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You are not seeing anything in form of pink color?
Yes, sir.
It is appearing to change. And at the point where you are suspecting that you are nearing the end point, you take it drop by drop. If not, you will over titrate it. The first one usually takes time, but the rest will be faster, and I'll explain why. It is about to change, so you need to be very careful. Yes.
Yeah.
So we've gotten the end point. Now that we have this color, compare it with this. What color is this now?
Orange.
Orange.
Red.
Dark
orange.
This pink.
Reddish orange.
What color is this?
Orange. Dark orange. Yes, reddish orange.
Okay. Our interest is on the value. Please bring the camera closer to this now. We are going to take the value here. What volume of acid neutralized this 25 centimeter cube of the base? I'm having 27.6 exactly. I've taught you how to read off this value. So this 27 point. Each mark there is 0.1. So if this is 27, I need a pen. If this is 27, here is 27, this is 27.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, the lower meniscus. Now, when I'm standing here, I'm actually seeing it at 27.4. And that's parallax what? I have to stand facing it directly, and the lower meniscus is 27.60. So this is giving me 27. Your rough is